Welcome back, everybody. We're back for season two. Finally, the wait is over. Lotus League season two. We're in the first week. We're gonna have some matches for you guys tonight. I am joined by my co-caster here in Yuho. Say what's up to the people, man.
Hola mundo, soy yo Jualitzli y voy a hacer casting en español.
Yes.
I'm also gonna speak English, so don't worry. But for those Spanish speakers who are looking to look at these matches by these Latin players, I will be doing Spanish coverage.
Awesome. That is a key feature of our league now. So looking forward to it, guys. All right. It looks like everyone is finally ready. I'm about to start up these matches. Gonna get the final go ahead, and then we can start this up.
Y con mucho gusto. El mapa va a ser Groudon.
Yes, we are starting on ground on it. It looks like the Dynasty team, which is gonna be the Lotus Leaguers, and then versus the Dynasty team. This is gonna be a promo match. Yeah, looks like they are
Ujú.
ready to go. We can start.
En tu lado, el lado izquierda va a ser el primer ban. A ver qué van a banear primero.
Yep, we got these bands here. Dynasty is
Oh,
gonna have a first band.
Dynasty va a ser el primer ban. Y el primer ban es Psyduck.
Yes, Psyduck indeed. Still a very powerful pick. Toned down a little bit. His starting moving confusion is just it doesn't stun for as long. Or I believe the animation has been reduced, so it's not as effective. But Sonic has an amazing early game, so they're just getting it off the board.
Machamp is also off the board.
Yes,
And with good reason. It's still very strong.
yes, Machamp is an excellent team player. He's gonna pick submission. He's gonna run at them. Gonna be hindrance resistant. Basically, he cannot be stopped under normal means. It's gonna take them to Suplex City.
Y por el ban final va a ser Charizard Y.
Yes, the king of the ban list. Charizard Y is always banned, and that is still happening to this day. Ever since his release, I believe, way in October of last year. But back on the left side, they're going to be an Umbreon, Sirfetch'd, and Zapdos ban. All powerful mons, all in their own right.
Ujú. El primer pick va a ser Moltres. Moltres is a very powerful first pick, but giving them Blastoise, do you think it's a good idea?
Well, Blastoise is like an excellent defender. He's been toned down a bit. There's more cooldown on his moves, such as Surf and Hydro Pump. So he's more in line with the
Oh,
other defenders.
Sableye.
Sableye is an interesting pick, but to go pivot back to Blastoise, he can be brought down. There are certain counterplays. For example, Umbreon is a good counterplay. You want to hold Blastoise in place so he doesn't disrupt the field. And there's
Yeah,
also a mon
there's
like Snorlax
Miss
or Mr. Mime.
like Snorlax Mom, Mr. Mime, or like even Machamp is a good counter to Blastoise, or like Poke. And speaking of Poke, we picked Mew and Snorlax to counter the Blastoise.
Yes, people know. Yes, Blastoise can be brought down. Remember, he cannot surf through walls of any kind. Yeah, but that's actually too. Mew also has Light Screen and Solar Beam. He has all the counterplay all wrapped up in one mon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what they're gonna pick on the left side here. Garchomp and Ninetales.
Ninetales also receiving some nice buffs, some cooldown and some damage increases. I do back to the Sableye. We might see an invade. I see an experience share. I see a floatstone to make sure he gets over to where it needs to be as soon as possible. Experience share, so he always keeps up the levels. This is not the fastest farmer out there for experience. So that's going to be some interesting play here coming from the Lotus squad.
Oh, we have Decidueye and Aegislash. Do you think it's gonna be support Mew here?
Yeah, usually support Mew. It doesn't really need to run experience share for that. Mew, to my mind, is fundamentally a supporter that just has the attacker classification. But yeah, he's always gonna be down to like put up some walls, create some space to serve, coach for shields, or just straight up pressure for E
For
ball or solar beam.
for last pick we have Surlage. On the left side, to me, I feel like they have better early game. The only late game that they have on the left side is Blastoise. I think their main idea is to try to combo all the stuns that they have between Blastoise, Sableye, and Ninetales to try to like burst them down with like Garchomp and Ceruledge. Their comp kind of is like a like play for a pick. Like you see a pick here, you throw all their CC and they all get exploded. They're good for like picking off a person one by one. They have a good front to back. While on the right side, they have more poke between Mew and Decidueye. They have they're also pretty tanky between Snorlax and Moltres. But their late game is somewhat better. Their early game though has to be carried between Mew and Snorlax.
Yeah,
So we'll see how this match goes.
that is a good assessment. Again, the key interaction is going to be how well the Decidueye and Mew can poke out that backline for the Lotus Elite squad, and how well the engagements can happen from the Lotus squad against Team Dynasty.
All right.
Get started here. Right now, we're gonna have Squirtle and sorry, I got this one.
We're seeing the Sableye invade here.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think he's gonna? Nobody's out here to try to defend the invade. Hopefully, they're confident enough to try to get the secures. We see an intent. No, Sableye does not get anything. Meanwhile, on the top side, we have Mew and Moltres just getting everything, while Garchomp is by himself. Sableye here is still trying to invade, and he gets a Beltoy. Mew's trying to help with the invade. Sableye is low. He's trying to go for the red buff potentially. Nope, he goes back top.
Going in, he's gonna probably try to give up on this one, or no, he's not giving up just yet, and he's a little too late. He might pay for that one.
Yeah, he might. He's low. Meanwhile, Garchomp is level 4. Ceruledge is in the top side. We see Snorlax trying to see a potential 4-man top. No, he goes back bottom. So it's gonna be a potential 3v3.
Actually, gonna be a 3v1 right now.
Moltres is down.
Down goes to Sableye as well.
Aegis match gets level. Yeah. That is a lot of levels given.
That is pretty much a cleanup here. I don't know what Garchomp is up to. He's trying to pull in the Mew, but he's gonna probably pay for that one. No, Mew can't get an Evo in time. He's gonna run free.
In the meantime, we have Ninetales just getting level 5. We have Snorlax just barely got his level 5. Trying to look for an invade. Never mind.
Like he's just sticking for.
He's just giving vision.
Yep. Indeed. 5 seconds till Regidrago spawns, and about to make a play. He's a little too late for the heavy slam.
He might get punished for it. Yeah. No flash on Snorlax.
Add the eject button ready.
In the meantime, Garchomp is low, and he is killed. Moltres might die here for it. He gets punished for trying to kill the Garchomp. Mew is low. They're trying to make a play for the Drago here. Ninetales is down. No focus blast on the no focus on the Blastoise. And Ceruledge gets it.
Yep, down he goes. Snorlax doesn't have an eject. He's gonna try to rest in the bush, but that won't be enough. Can't get the heavy slam. Dude's trying to get the punish, but no dice.
No full heal on the Aegis Flash. He might die here. Yeah.
Indeed. There is the Blizzard from Ninetales. Another snipe shot. Umi is in danger here. He's going to have to back up. Blastoise giving her cover. Creating space.
Two people low. Blastoise is low. All of them are low bot side. Well, there's 2 in the bottom. They're full HP. I think they're able to just play for farm here while they just wait for their teammates to play for Registeel here, potentially.
Massive damage on the Decidueye. He goes down. Ceruledge almost getting the 40 bomb there. Anka's going to have to try again, but he's going to get the cleanup on Mew and Snorlax.
That was a potential 35 overcap. Yep, 35 overcap. Bot side. We see Aegis Flash trying to steal. He might look for a steal. Aegis Flash
getting the steal here. Does he get it?
Yeah,
yes, he does.
Gets it with Aegis Flash ult. No
Aegis
flash on
Slash.
Ninetales. He might
Ooh.
die. Yeah, he's
Hey.
dead. Maybe a two-piece.
Two-piece combo. Can we get the
Three-piece.
3? Last
4?
is all by himself. Right, backup is here, but there's the Desi
That's the
ult.
ultimate. He gets to clean out Blastoise.
More space. Down it goes.
That is an ace.
That is the counter attack for Dynasty.
21 points to break.
And
Ninetales
Ruby
is
goes
down. Gets
again.
bursted down.
Gotta be careful here. Stabilize trying to defend the pad as best he can. Here comes Blastoise, maybe with a surf. Coming down is Moltres.
They get the 550. They get the 550B spot side. Top Bs are still untaken. What they get for it? They're looking towards it.
Yeah, looks like Dynasty's gonna leave that tier 1 alone. They're trying to control the amount of farm Lotus matchers get, which is a good idea.
Yes. Top side will be 445Bs for top side, and bot side 445Bs as well.
Yep,
Sirlich ulted.
Moltres moving in. Heavy
No
sensor
flash on
here.
Snorlax, and Sirlich is dead.
There is the
Garchomp ult?
Garchomp ult. He was gonna have to ult to
There's the
preserve its
Neo to
life.
try to escape.
Oh, it's gonna walk its way out. He's in danger. Aegis getting the 50 bomb over there. Yep, that is secured. Flash trying to create space for Aegis to move away. You can't quite get
That's
away.
9 points
He's about to get caught. Whoa! He didn't get noticed.
He is
How?
lucky to leave. He is very lucky to leave. Ninetales ults. Aegis Slash ults.
All right, that is.
Aegis Slash is down for 21 seconds. That is a lot of EXP.
All right, what do you think of this match so far?
It looks like, honestly, it looks like the Decidueye and all of the poke is doing a lot of work because they have no healing, they have no answers for the poke.
Yes.
Like the only way they can get through Decidueye and Mew is with Garchomp or Sirlich.
Yes. Maybe even Sableye creating a distraction in the backline, but that is a tall order. Dynasty.
Yeah, especially when you have Snorlax and Aegis Slash. Oh, Sirlich gets it with the ult.
Now they push up.
And gets it on the Mew. He gets a 2-piece. A 2-piece. A 3-piece.
Big score here. Not going to be able to spawn in time. That is a break.
That is Garchomp ult on the top side, and it goes in. That is an 8 overcap.
Garchomp's going to have to want to leave this one.
Garchomp might die here. Potentially. Yep, he's dead. Oh. Sableye gets the kill on the Mew. That's Sableye ult. He backs Desi.
Oh,
No full heal on the Aegis Slash, and he's dead.
Snorlax.
There's 315. That's 315B's top side. No flash on the Snorlax.
That's an odd place to use the flash. He's more in enemy territory.
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
It should be done now.
Snorlax is down.
Taking a look at tier 1. It's time to finally score. Time to get a 20 overcap. Blast is a little too late. We have to give that up. I believe it's a good time to give it up. Get the extra farm. Get ready for the 2-minute mark. Get ready for crowd.
If I was, so here's the thing here. We have an even scoreboard. Their win conditions are completely different. Their win condition for the left side is to have a score lead with Sableye. Look to have like a score lead and to give vision of both Desi and Mew. While on the right side, all they need to do is just protect the Desi and Mew. They basically play around poke.
Yes.
So we have two completely win conditions.
Yes.
We see Sableye trying to give vision potentially of the attackers.
All right, they're going to need a righteous engage here. Hopefully Blastoise can help out with that front with the Hydro Typhoon combo and eject.
Oh, Snorlax goes in. He's just trying to create space for them to poke. Meanwhile, Moltres is in pit, able to hit it for free and just try to bait them in.
Score is 313 to 370.
Blastoise is low. Blastoise is low. He might have to back
here.
here.
The balance is broken.
Looks like a refight. Looks like refight spot to start. Ninetales ults.
Massive engage.
Desi is dead. Dies with ult. That's a 2-piece. 3 members are down for Dynasty.
gonna have to back up here. But they're gonna start ripping it here for
The flip,
Lotus Squad. Gonna take it
4
down.
members down. 4 members down. They can get this for free. The only thing they
You
have to
get a
worry about
solar
is
beam.
Evo
Nope.
secure on the
Sableye on
Mew.
the case.
And Serlich gets it.
All right, Dynasty's gonna make a play for top, getting 1 score in. Sableye's got that 1 score, and they have taken the lead. 3-17.
Dynasty still has 2 ults to work with, so the game is not over yet. There's the Desi ult, there's the Aegis Slash ult, and dies. They get 1 buff on the Moltres.
Oh no. No, they have.
That's
if
4
they
members down.
They win. They have to go.
Yeah,
Can
they can just play. They can just play around Desi poke and look for like push on the tier and just play for poke. Because they have what 1, 2, 3 buffs.
All right.
They can just play around Desi.
Sableye can only cover so many options. There's gonna be a score up top. That's 1. That's 2.
They get 1.
That should
They get
do
both
it.
scores.
Dynasty
They get
with the
all 3
comeback.
scores. Dynasty wins. Yeah.
Oh no. There's no way. That was the Lotus Squad's game to win. They overextended there on the home base against Dynasty, and there was enough time on the clock for Dynasty to walk over and score. Unfortunate. But fortunate for Dynasty, though. Checking out this battle.
Yeah, the MVP here is Moltres. And I think he does deserve it because like he with the help of the Desi and Mew, he was able to get setups for most of his team to just like pick off people one by one, especially at the push with the Groudon as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Also want to keep in mind Toro getting 10 KOs and 5 assists. Being similar scoring with Antag with 11 KOs and 4 assists. Good stuff to both players and both teams. It was very competitive till the end. That end gauge did come through. Garchomp came with the flank. He wasn't focused fast enough because he was low before he had a chance to hold back. So
what's also very impressive is that the Serlich was able to have a way to sneak his way into the Decidueye at the raid fight and able to kill him because that was their win condition to get through the attackers, and he was able to Serlich ult and kill the Decidueye, and they were able to like pick them off one by one and eventually get the Groudon, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. Well, we're gonna have to see what adjustments are gonna be made into game number 2. All right. The Lotus Squad's going to want first pick into Kyogre. We're going to oblige, and we're going to go straight into this game number 2.
All right, so
we want to make sure we have time for the next set that's going to happen after this. It's going to be Sovereign versus Shark. 2 new teams to the league.
All right. As for bans, we have Umbreon and Psyduck banned. I think they just want to get rid of the most toxic CC you ever have in this game between like mean looks, Psyduck headaches, psychic pulls, Machamp submissions. These are pretty strong bans. They banned us RY, and for the last ban, Moltres.
All right, that is a target ban 5C when Moltres is a little too bulky, a little too sustainable. They want to get that off of the board. And Moltres ult, another key interaction is whenever it ult, it provides vision near goals. And Sableye usually got ousted every time Moltres ulted. So that's a key thing.
As for first pick, we have Blastoise. They first picked Blastoise immediately. What is their counter pick here? We have the Mew and the Snorlax again.
Yep, more walls, more range. Good counter pick. How will Lotus team oblige? What is there going to be some picks? I'd like to see at least one range DPS to kind of at least counteract that. That was like a weakness of the comp from last game. They struggled a bit.
Yeah. And I would say a diver as well, because like Serlich was their only diver last game. if they had like an actual speedster, there could be a chance that if they do go double attacker, it won't be a factor.
Yeah, agreed. Sableye with
It's
a
for
speedster works wonders.
and they also got the Serena. I think the Serena might just be there to just go after the Mew
Serena is
because
alive.
Mew can't. Because Serena, when fully stacked, Mew can't really hurt it that much. Oh, and then we have Mega Lucario and Blissey. I think their play here is to outscale Serena because Mega Lucario is really good into Serena because you can't really win a 1v1 fight unless you have more stacks than Mega Lucario. It basically boils down to who has more stacks between Serena and Mega Lucario. And
Next
then
up,
for the last two picks, we have Cinderace and Latios. So basically, what they want to do is just kite the Mega Lucario while Serena goes after the Mew, potentially.
all right, last pick over for Dynasty. Let's see who they hone in on. It's going to be an all rounder of some kind. Probably a dive. Looks like they're going to hone in on Ceruledge. That is going to flip to the other team. Looking at front to back for the Lotus squad, the purple team, they're going to have more range this time around. They're going to have Cinderace, a good fighter in 1v1 engagements. So it's going to be able to fight back against Lucario and the Ceruledge. There's also going to be the Latios, trying to build stacks as much as they can. I believe this might be Dragon Pulse, but Draco Meteor is a good target. They have good front line to go against. There was still
I think
Blissey there.
I think here what they're trying to go for is that the Sableye is gonna disrupt their early game because right side on Dynasty has a lot of late game potential. They have good flip, they have good secure. They have Blissio, they have good team fights. But on the left side, you have more CC, more kiting. You can just kite Mega Lucario and Ceruledge with your attackers, and then Serena goes after the Mew. I think their only issue is if Mega Lucario and Ceruledge get fed and they scale up before before Serena and Latios get their stacks, they might be in trouble. So it's all a matter of who gets scaled first.
Yeah, scaling is the name of the game, and the way you scale is you win your teammates and you win the farm exchanges. That's the way to do it. All right, about to get started here again. Left side, Lotus squad. Bottom lane so far is going to be the Squirtle. Squirtle's going to be paired off with Adios heading down. Jungler this time around is going to be Cinderace. He's going to have to get down that farm done early. Up top lane, we're going to have Sableye. Not invading quite yet.
Sableye in the lane, he's not invading this time at all.
Going to be paired with Serena. Then we're going to have Lucario with Chansey heading up top, trying to get some farm here. The jungler orange side is going to be Ceruledge, and bottom side
Sableye gets it.
is going to be Mew and Snorlax. Right.
They're winning the EXP trade top side with Sableye securing the 940. He's looking to invade here.
Here he is.
It all comes down to the secure.
Let's see what you got.
Meanwhile, Lucario gets a kill on the Serena.
He's wasting a lot of time. He's doing a good job here. Yep, and there
Blissey
it
has
is.
level 4.
Won't be able to get cleanup though. But done enough. Wait, he has the eject. Running towards the berry. Will he get away? Cinderace is there for the backup. Uh-oh. Cinderace has the level advantage.
Uh-oh. Blissey's dead.
One more.
Would it be a two-piece? Would it be a two-piece?
Yes, indeed. That is a 2v1. There's no... He's
Yeah,
not
that is
level
a
5. He's
2P.
done. Double KO for Cinderace.
Meanwhile, Lucario has level 5 and Power Up Punch, so he's able to out-secure Serena in the top lane.
Check out bottom here quick. Sableye rotating towards the bottom to see what havoc it can cause. Snorlax is in major damage here. Lotus has reached level 5. It's time to start stacking.
Oh. Both Mew and Blastoise are low. They have to be careful.
And they're going to move back, hit up the safe farm. Giving a last hit to Latios. Remember, Latios wants his Eon stacks. The bar last hit it gets on farm. That is 2 stacks. Every time Draco Meteor lands on the opposing team members, that is 2 stacks per hit on enemy players. More stacks equals more meteors. Means more damage.
There's a fight in the top side, and Sableye goes down.
Clean up on the top side. And they're going to get ready to score here.
Yeah, they're getting all of their stacks topside while Serena's still struggling to get level 6.
Checking out middle here.
Mega Lucario is level 8. He's guaranteed to have ult by 7 o'clock. Serlich gets Reggie Drago here. No flash on the Sableye.
Race is in danger. All right, that is a double KO there. Umi gonna have to flash. Get back up. Snorlax still pressing the enemy team side. Actually looking to steal a stack here with a heavy slam. Race here. No such luck for Snorlax, and he's gonna pay for that one. But he actually did his job. They don't have a tier 1 anymore, and they're gonna have control over this bottom objective. It's gonna be Reggie Steele. While Lucario
and
deals with Reggie like the top.
Three on the bot side. They can do whatever they want at this point. If they can go look for a score, Mega Lucario ults.
All right, close combat damage. Getting stunned here. He's not level 11, so he doesn't have the hindrance resistance for power up punch just yet.
He's getting a two-piece with the blitzing ult.
Right, looks like he's gonna be able to make it out of this one.
Yep. Meanwhile with Serena, level 7.
Mario is back, but the Mega has ended. Oh,
Serlich ults.
Massive damage.
And we killed the Latios.
Another pickup. Down goes Sableye. Next is gonna be Cinderace. Snorlax takes care of that one. All that's left is Blastoise. Can we get a surf to make him go away? Not yet. There is the wall. Yep, that's the interaction we talked about. All right, Reggie has been secured, I believe, by Lucario, and is going to be walking down. That is only 2 meteors from Umi. That means Umi has at least 25 stacks. Actually, sorry, under 25 stacks. Every 25 stacks, it's an additional meteor. They need to work on that one.
They might look for a push on tier 2. They have the levels.
Yep. Mario ult again. He has level 12. He's got his early scaling.
This most likely goes in. Blastoise is about to die here.
Blastoise is all alone here. Well, there is Sableye, but it can't do it all. Blastoise walking into the close combat.
And it goes in.
And like it goes in, it's time for scores. Don't want to... They should probably break this. To set up WinCon, they're going to have Lucario score build up that ult charge. Every time Lucario scores, every time any mon scores, that is 10% ult charge. Uh-oh, another double pickup.
Get the 2Ps. Left side is completely starved of farm. Their Dynasty is just taking every piece of farm and just not letting them leave their pads either.
Man, that is a Draco meter that whiffs, but that is 3 meters. That is at least 25 stacks. And Reggie,
they get Dynasty gets the Reggie Ice.
He was level 12 at like around the 4-minute mark. Whoa.
Mega Luca ults here. No flash on the Sableye.
He can just dive bomb those attackers if he wishes. I have to be careful.
Yeah, especially with a company of Blissey ult. There's the Latios ult. Try to kill the Lucario.
Uh-oh. Back up from the Serlich. There's the Sableye ulting. Getting him stunned, but it just wasn't enough.
The safeguard was clutch to try to save Sableye. Save Serlich from getting killed.
All right. Got more levels. They won more fights or denying more farm. And it's time for Dynasty. They head on out of here.
Yeah, they're stalling the Regieleki so they can get it around the 3-minute to 2:30 mark.
Activating the WinCon. Oh, there's another Serlich ult. Flipping the Cinderace. Sableye trying to save its friend.
And possibly, 2Ps.
Just getting another score here. Just getting more levels wherever it can. There's the block. Blastoise can't escape the way it came.
Dynasty's just putting him in the situation where if they walk out of their pads, they're just gonna die.
And they don't have anyone to try to heal someone off.
And with no heals either, it's really hard to withstand all of their onslaught between Serlich and Lucario and the Mew poke everywhere.
Yep. Since there's no support that heals, that damage that they're going to take is going to be permanent damage unless they face back.
They go for the lucky, and Serena gets it at the cost of her life.
That is a good trade. She has denied the win condition from Dynasty. That is a worthy death. Good stuff.
We have a level 15 Mega Lucario. That is genuinely scary. Well, on the highest level on left side is Cinderace at level 12. Everybody else is level 10 and level 11.
Can't really go for flip either because they'll just get dive bombed by Lucario and Serlich. This is going to be tough. They're going to have to really
Yeah,
go
it basically
for a juicy engage from Blastoise and Sqaud.
That is a nasty solar beam, just chunking Serena and Blastoise.
Blastoise is level 10. That's a focus band proc. That might be a potion proc. Down goes Blastoise. He doesn't have the levels to hang with the big boys right now. Serena's ulting in, but that's not enough. Down goes Serena.
Yeah, and Cinderace is just zoned out of pit. They might just flip in his face.
Air ledge. Sorry. Sableye moving around in Cinderace.
Cinderace.
Too late. Sableye came in for vision for Cinderace to let him know when he can ult, but it was still too late. Blastoise ulting in now, but there is no follow-up. That is a ult that will fizzle. Alright, looks like Dynasty's going to take game 2 to 76 to... Well, it's going to be more than 447, I'll tell you that much. Oh, what do you think about this match so far? Well, looks like Lotus Squad's gonna have to go back to the drawing board. There might be one more game for this promo match, but it actually might end here. We might keep it a 2 out of 3 to keep on time for the 8 o'clock match. It is going to be Sovereign versus Sharks. 2 new teams to the Lotus League.
What do you think went wrong here this match? Because, to be honest, I think Serena dying topside before the jungle gank and the 850Bs was really bad. Because Sableye went to invade the Serlich, try to stall the game. In the top side, we had a Lucario just like get a free kill on the Serena and able to get a score off, and level 4 Blissey.
Yeah, like you
and from there
earlier, they just got the levels that they needed. They scaled it early, so that happens when you just don't get farmed fast enough. And from there, they're able to push their advantage and start winning team fights, and it just snowballs from there.
Yeah.
Final score here is 76 to 897. Let's see. What do you think about this battle data right now? Right here, these details.
I think this is what happens when you are able to scale faster than the enemy team, because Lucario was able to get stacks. He was able to get level 8 at around 720. He was able to get all the power-ups that he needed with the company of Serlich and Blissey, and he was able to play for any objective he wanted. He can basically be unkillable at that point, because he's going to have a Blissey to help him. He's going to have a Serlich to follow him up. And basically the game revolved around him and Serlich, and they were able to just like put them in a position where they cannot come back from.
Yep, you have Mew doing Solar Beam and Electro Ball, getting a lot of entry damage. Snorlax getting good agents with Heavy Slam and Block. Blissey preventing failure with Safeguard and Blissey ult, and just you had the engage with Lucario, and they had to re-engage with Cell Edge, or they would just flip up and take Urge with the gauge and re-engagement.
Yeah, I think as soon as the Serena died topside, it was really hard for her to get level 6. It's level spike, and by the time she got it, it was too late, because Mega Lucario was like level 9 at that point. It had all the stacks. Serlich had its ult. Everybody got all the power specs that they needed, and they were able to just break all of their pads, able to just like live in their jungle forever, basically, and prevent them from leaving their pads.
Yep, looks like it. I totally agree. Well, final score 76 to 897. We're going to take a short break as we set up our next match. As we discussed earlier, it's going to be Sovereign versus Sharks. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks. We're actually going to do one more match of this promo before you get set up with the other set. These guys want more.
We have Umbreon Ban on the left side and Psyduck on the right. I don't think they're going to let any of those two months go through. Surfetch banned again, Machamp banned again. I think they're going to keep the same bans.
Yep, looks like it. I'm going to have my co-caster here at U-Haul take over. I got to fix something on the back end.
Alrighty. On the left side, we have Blissey banned. I don't think they want to deal with Blissey. And then on the right side, we have Zard Y. That's a lot of picks up. They have Moltres up, Blastoise up. What do you think they're gonna get? We'll see here. Clefable first pick. Okay. Let's see what they get. Blastoise on the table. So is Moltres. Moltres and Greninja. That's a lot of damage. On the left side, we have Snorlax and Mew. I think they're trying to steal the picks from Dynasty side of Snorlax and Mew. It worked for them. I think they'll just want to steal it. We have Cramorant. And Eldegoss. They have a lot of fighting with Greninja and Cramorant here. They're able to just walk in and out of the map. While we have here Lucario and potentially Scyther. On for final pick, we'll see here Meowth. To give an evaluation here, I think left side is more balanced in terms of like able to they have good early game. They have good they have good death ball, and they can do so much with Snorlax as well. It can invade. It can just peel the Mew for poke, because right side is more of a rundown comp. Just like kite and just run around with Greninja and Cramorant and Meowth potentially as well, and just run at them and play for picks. I think both sides have really good early game. It's just a matter of which one has a better steamroll and which one is able to get the steamroll going.
Agreed. Let's get this third match started. Right now it's 1-1. We're gonna go for the tiebreaker here. Oh wait, hold on. All right, Ombu started a little late. I thought there was gonna be a game crash. No one yelled at me, so we're good to go. Up top is gonna be Lucario and Clef into the top. Scyther is gonna be the jungler. Over at the bottom is gonna be Snorlax and Mew. That's gonna be tough to beat. Meowth is on his way to invade over. At the bottom, we're going to have Cramorant. Jungler is going to be Brokey. And up top, it's going to be Moltres and Eldegoss.
Meowth might die here. No full heal. He doesn't get anything, and he dies.
He goes down. Oh, so far.
We have Greninja here, level 5.
To the top. Almost time for 850. Trying to compete for some tested farm. Eldegoss is level 4.
We have both supports level 4, so they're able to have the heals that they need to make the best of this top fight over here for the bees.
Right, heading in, getting some damage with the overheat, flying in with wing attack.
They're looking for the They're looking for a damage trade, but no, they just go back to jungle.
Lucario doing a good
Lucario
job
has
of
level 5.
displacing the farm to secure with the quick attack. That's how you win these interactions. Checking out bottom real quick with the solar beam and poaching choice. Everyone's gonna get ready for the 8-minute Reggie Drago that's going to be here. The Alpha's actually a little bit behind, needs to reach level 5.
We have level 7 on Greninja.
Let's take a look at this guy. Getting to the top. Up to something nefarious. Oh,
Yeah,
that's catches
he
him.
pops his X attack.
Serious extreme speed from Lucario from Ambu here. Getting a KO. Looks like most of the teams are going to be up here trying to get this farm. Lucario does not have Bone Rush to complete this combination with the speed. Gonna have to back off.
Mew's very low.
Yeah, but it's slippery due to coaching. With coaching on Mew's able to take a target from a teammate and teleport right on him, providing them a shield. And due to Mew's passive, they both get a movement speed boost.
Meanwhile, on the bot side, Cramorant's just getting level 9 and able to just get all the farm for free. On the top side, we have a kill on the Mew, a 2-piece, and able to get the Regieleki for free.
Oh, what's Meowth doing here? Getting KO'd. I want to do this. Alright, we got the overcap from Greninja. Greninja's going to go in and getting a spear on Mew there. And getting a double KO on Chansey. Sorry, Clefable.
That's a 3-piece on the Lucario.
Oh no, Scyther's getting done, but he's going to get done in by a Surf Greninja. That is a 4-piece.
And I think Greninja has to leave.
Oof.
Try to get some HP and get his ult back.
Yeah,
Cramorant here is just getting a lot of damage done and able to just start in and out and just throw fish.
Right? There's a block of Snorlax. Ready for his next engage. He's actually going to have to engage out of here.
Meow's ult almost kills the Mew.
Either can't quite fight.
He goes for it. He goes for it.
Mara's going to try, though. Ambu's going for it. There is an ultimate, but that's not enough. But it's just like, yeah, that was a good time to go in. Hey, oh, on Scyther.
Then gets a 2-piece on the Scyther.
Cramorant's ulting in. Creating a lot of space. Area denial. You cannot be here right now.
It's 14 points to break bot side. Do you think they'll break it? They have a lot of damage to be able to just keep on fighting in their tier 2.
Yep, there's the break.
And they break with 2 overcap. We're in the same situation as before, where they're just permanently just sitting in jungle and punishing them if they ever leave path.
Yep, they're just siphoning off the farm for themselves. That's just the way you do it. That's how you play when you have an advantage.
They're able to get this Regieleki for free and look for a potential push. Meowth ults and kills the Scyther. Clef ults.
Yep,
and dies. This top tier 2 is broken. They are left without pads.
Con is activated.
There's also a free Regice on the bottom.
They don't even need it. Any thoughts on this game so far? It's looking a lot like game two.
Yeah, it came down to the situation where like this it was a slow burn where like as soon as you start getting that Greninja ult and you're able to play for the Regieleki and get it, it was basically looks like a GG from there. That is an ace. Able to just score. That is a 600-point lead.
Yeah, if Snorlax at level 8 doesn't even have an ult to fight back with, I think he's not going to be able to get it.
He'll only be he'll only be able to ult at the final objective.
Now, getting 600 points before got out on is actually insane work.
Yeah, and even if left side does get the Kyogre, they have to one kill the entire team and two score. I don't know what else they can play for other than just miraculously killing the entire team and then getting the Kyogre and score.
Dynasty could literally just sit in the home pad. They don't even need to play anymore. Uh,
4 players down. It's only just Lucario and Snorlax.
yeah, this game's pretty much a wrap. It's actually unwinnable. Let's not waste any more time here. Let's end it here. Agreed. Final score is 11 to 817. Yeah, very interesting. Insei with 22 KOs. Whoa. The big 22. Even bigger than that. Eldegoss with 29 assists here. Holding it down for the team. Keeping them up and keeping them alive. There wasn't anything the Lotus Sqaud can do. And the damage numbers follow. Looks like that's going to be it for the promo match. The exhibition we have tonight. And very shortly, we're going to set up the match, the official match, the first one for this week, season 2, week number 1 of Lotus League. We're going to have Sovereign versus Sharks. Stay tuned for that. All right, folks, sorry for the wait. We are back for our main event. Sharks was a little late. Little's operative word, stretching it a bit. They'll be down to
They
set
did
1
not.
0. Yeah, thought I was going to start off with a point. This is going to be a best of 5, but let's not waste any more time. Let's actually get started here.
Put the lever crook.
All right, banning phase. These are two brand new teams to me. First time comers into the Lotus League, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What sovereign bans here? I don't know what they're about. I don't know what anyone's about. We're all gonna learn together.
Banean el Buswall. Vamos a ver qué banean el otro lado.
There's a
El
plus one.
Sirfetched.
Okay, interesting. Who do they not want grabbed? Following that, it looks like it's going to be Psyduck. Well, actually, no, I lied. Gotta be Machamp.
El Machamp.
Something tells me they don't like getting grabbed or dived. I mean, like, but who does? Really? There is an Articuno ban right there. I believe in this league right now, everything's legal right now, correct?
Beats me.
Information.
Vamos a terminar con los baneos de Pato, el Psyduck y el Zapdos. A ver qué van a agarrar de First Pick aquí.
Well, looks like they banned 2 out of the 3 legendary birds of Kanto. I wonder if someone's going to
Y
pick up
agarran Blissey.
Blissey with the first pick, a very solid first pick choice. Blissey's one of the stronger support characters. It can heal, it can do anti-CC. It can do a lot. But looking at this ban list, Char Y is off the list. He is free from purgatory.
Y luego consiguen el Pictel Snorlax. Y luego agarran el Pictel Slowbro para hacer counter al Zar Y. Y la Sumari.
We're going to have a Zoomeril and we're going to have Slowbro. Slowbro is definitely there for the Char Y. Char Y is a pick you have to respect. It has the bound property. It's going to be invincible on the way up and invincible on the way down. But that is when he is vulnerable afterwards. And technically on his way to the actual grab animation. But most people don't know that. That is a well-guarded secret.
Y aquí agarramos el pick del Suicune y Zacian. Picks muy buenos para hacer para el early. A ver qué van a terminar con los últimos 2 picks del lado del Sovereign. El Cinderace y el Venusaur. Un compo muy de doble ADC con mucho daño.
All right.
Y el último pick va a ser la Leafeon, ¿no? El Dodrio.
Well, following those picks, you're going to have Venusaur. They're going to have Cinderace that are ranged mons, especially Venusaur. Charizard Y can be out-kited and outranged. That is one of its weaknesses. They have counterpicked accordingly. They also have a dive on a Zoomeril. Zoomeril wants to do a lot of 1v1s. Its main target is probably going to be the Charizard whenever it doesn't have ult.
Or the Dodrio.
Tough targets. Or Dodrio. That is true.
It can just like 2-shot Dodrio with like ult and Whirlpool.
Agreed.
Lo que veo aquí también, que el equipo de Sharks no tienen curas. O sea, todo el daño del Venusaur, que puede ser rayo, va a ser permanente. También el daño del Cinderace también. Todo el daño va a ser permanente. Entonces deben tener mucho cuidado que no sufran tanto daño.
fast as everything loads up. Sovereign versus Sharks. Let's see what they got. Sovereign already up in the lead 1-0 due to the extraneous wait time we had to undergo because of Sharks. That is a slap on the wrist. This time they won't be so lucky.
They were telling their friends that fish are friends, and that's why they were late.
Yep. All right.
Aquí,
Over at the top lane, we're going to have Tensi and Azumarill. Jungler is going to be Cinderace. At the bottom, we're going to have Slowpoke and Bulbasaur. Slowpoke going to check out for potential invades. Over on the right side, we're going to have Dodrio heading in, trying to pull some score. Snorlax hitting up the neutral farm. Char Y, the jungler. And over at the top, we're going to have Zacian and Suicune. That's impressive.
sacaron el full heal de la Sumari y también el Focus. O sea, no va a ser muy difícil que jugar por el farmeo del 920.
Azumarill desperately needs that level 4. He's going to have to try to nickel and dime what it can. Down goes Chansey. Azumarill going to have to be on the back foot. He might get caught by Zacian. He's going to escape this life and take a parry.
Ahorita la Sumari está tratando de conseguir el nivel 4 antes de que el Zacian agarre su nivel 5 y hace un steamroll muy mal.
Over at the bottom, Cinderace has chosen to fight at the bottom side to enhance the Bulbasaur, that much needed counterplay. Slowpoke is not level 4 yet. He's been being out secured. And now that will continue. Snorlax and Dodrio are level 5. They have gotten started, and Slowpoke's going to have to E-Tech to get out of there.
Es posible que el Charizard puede ser un doble canqueo, pero no, creo que no. Va a ir por la jungla a conseguir su nivel 7, después de hacer un buen ganqueo en la top lane.
Top lane Station lying in wait, charging up that Metal Claw, waiting for someone to go in, waiting for someone to get things started. It is almost 8. It is almost time for Regidrago. Let's see which teams are going to head over there.
Ahorita va a ser muy difícil para el Sovereign jugar por el Regidrago porque aún no tiene el nivel 7 el Cinderace. Mientras el Charizard es nivel 7. Ahorita el Cinderace necesita su nivel 7. A farmear. Mientras el Charizard puede jugar por el Regidrago y agarrarlo sin que nadie lo conteste. Y lo agarra Zacian.
Heading towards the bottom station. Heading back to the bottom. He's going to play for bottom side. I believe Charizard White is speaking on top. Charizard White, there's no one to compete with farm. It's going to be a team fight, a 3v3 at the bottom. Dodrio getting some tie attack going on, creating some space, much needed space for the team. Only sort of range outside of Suicune. They should go in with a Metal Claw, getting some major damage. Is going to have to agility. Sorry, fire off right out of there. Snorlax is going to pay for as a consequence, however. There's another Metal Claw. It whiffs in, but Zacian's going to have to get right out.
Ahorita el Cinderace anda haciendo el objetivo de abajo y sin que nadie lo impide. El Dodrio está muy low. Va a ser muy difícil que el Dodrio trate de robarlo y lo agarra el Cinderace. El flash del Suicune va a ser muy difícil que ellos jueguen aquí porque están en una posición donde nomás pueden jugar de
huge Metal Claw. Taking out Cinderace the jungler. Meanwhile, Charizard Y ruling the planet on top lane. Not going to score in. Going to deny some farm by invading himself. He needs his ult back ASAP.
Tiene ulti el Cinderace y el ulti el Charizard Y. ¿Crees que lo mate? Anda buscando a quién matar. Y mata a Zacian.
Uh-oh, Char's found him. There's the feint, but that's not going to be enough. KO.
Y agarra 2 piezas al Slowbro. Ahorita el Charizard anda tratando de farmear otra ulti para jugar para cualquier objetivo o para otra pelea. Casi va a conseguir nivel 12. Va a ser
definitely gonna have to add that as Charizard at Y and Zacian played into my duffel. That bait and switch was raw.
Flash el Slowbro.
Nothing
Y
to do with
Charizard
that. Oh,
es casi nivel 12 y se muere Venusaur.
there is the engage.
A ver cómo lo rompe la base.
Now, while it is true that Sovereign has the range advantage, they are vulnerable to engage, such as Snorlax and Dodrio. That is the balance set up by the game. Speaking of, Bachar found his victim. Bless
Y
you,
si ultea el
Knights.
Venusaur,
But
a
that's
tratar
not gonna.
Cabildo.
Oh, we're gonna make do with a slow bro, and we're gonna work our way out of here. Well, due to the ult exchanges, Sharks has full control over this bottom lane in Reggie Steele. Nation has already ripped Reggie Lakey, walking his way down, displacing the enemies, forcing them to do a split push.
Dodrio saca el Registeel y mientras pueden farmear para otras ultis. A ver si pueden agarrar otro push. Agarra
Going
el...
in, getting his victims. Slorbro's not level 8. Sorry, Slorbro's only level 8, not level 9, but it's okay. He gets the KO. Slowbro ult online.
El Cinderace es nivel 13, casi nivel 14. Pues es muy fácil que el Cinderace agarre nivel 14 hasta nivel 15 para la pelea del Groudon.
Cinderace is getting pushed back. We can get secure on Rich Ruggle. Uh-oh. Dodrio is here. There is a huge solar beam. Massive damage. Zation coming in from the back for another engage. Ults from Azumarill and Char Y. Zation's gonna need some help back here. Can we get the engage? Yep, there it is. Backup has arrived. Char Y there, pushing everyone away, doing the rest, doing the cleanup. Slowbro has an ult to get. He's exercising good discipline. It's almost time for 2 minutes. Slowbro ult charge is actually one of the slowest in the game, I believe, at 134 seconds without farm.
El Charizard es nivel 14. Es muy posible que agarre nivel 15 si agarra unos 2 kills o si pelea por el objetivo de arriba. Mientras el win condition del lado izquierdo es el Cinderace. Si se muere una vez en la pelea de Groudon, va a ser muy difícil de que ellos ganen. Andan haciendo un push abajo.
Cinderace going in with a blaze kick. And is currently on cooldown, but that is okay. More backup for Cinderace has arrived. He's going to be able to live this one.
Cinderace es nivel 14. Están posicionados al medio. Creo que van a posicionarse para el flip. Es muy posible.
Right. There is a Whirlpool Ice Beam, another engage on Snorlax. Getting blocked the other way towards Slowbro's team, not towards the other team. Nation going in for the back, going straight for Cinderace. Gonna get double KO'd there. Sovereign using both ults to save the Cinderace.
Agarraron.
They might regret that decision. Charizard, gonna take down Venusaur. He is isolated. Next victim. Heading on in. Next victim. Scramble that egg. Down goes Chansey. Next victim. Cinderace goes down, and that's a team-wide ace.
Sí. Era muy difícil de que podían tratar de proteger el Cinderace, porque el win condition de ellos era nomás flipear. Era muy difícil ganar una teamfight sin que le ultee el Charizard a alguno de los carries. Y terminó de esta manera.
They're trying really hard to get those scores in. They won't with a sludge bomb on the pad. But major damage. Ulting in the back is going to be Zacian, getting bailed up by his team. Gonna have to recall here. Gonna get some lifesteal over at the top. Charizard was leading the way. It's a bit messy here. A bit of a ball, but it is too late. No more scores to be had. The score is 0 to 666. That is an interesting number. Venusaur's trying to ult in, doing what it can, but it is all but over. Right. Let's
Wow.
stuff the Sharks here. Taking game number 2, technically. Tying up the set 1-1. Oh, you Ho, what have you thought of this game? Score is 0 to
Wow.
766.
Eso era una pelea muy fuerte, porque ahorita tenían, tenían la posición ahí todos, visión de todos, y se separaron. Ahí es donde agarraron los picks uno por uno, hasta que se murieron todos.
Now, what I want to know is how did Sovereign score as much as my mom, who didn't play, by the way? Shout outs to my mother who's watching. Hey, mom. Looking over here, Battle Dale tells it all. Whoa. Now, I understand Charles White's the MVP, of course. 9 KOs, 15 assists, 87 overall MVP rating, of course. But more impressively to me is Sqaud. Kevin Cows, 13 KOs and 13 assists. He was holding it down in the mid range.
The Suicune was indeed putting in a lot of work because he was just setting up kills for his carries, and even stealing the kills himself.
Productivity was through the roof. I've hit the wrong button. We don't need to see the battle damage. We know it was astronomical. We're gonna assume that was messy for Sovereign. Well, we're gonna set things up for game number 3. Have to keep track of that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We got a follow here. Knox, thanks for the follow, dude. All right, we're back.
Empe-
Back again, once again. You know the rules. Charizard Y was a problem. Back to the Shadow Realm with you. Never to be seen again. Shalvin has learned their lesson.
Luego aquí agarramos el Banded Zapdos
Zapdos
y el
Panda Articuno,
Articuno.
man. What's up with all the Kanto hate, guys? Please.
Banearon el Machamp.
Champ
A ver qué va a
Finally.
ser su último ban.
There's Gengar. Oh,
Gengar.
this is really Kanto hate. Surfetch is.
Y el
Yeah,
Sirfetch.
I guess. Kanto mon. Sure, why not? All right. Sovereign back with the first pick. Hopefully they can make some major adjustments coming into game number 3. That is 1-1. First pick's the important pick. They're going to take the Psyduck. Psyduck and Blastoise are available. These mons can be dealt with.
También está disponible el Moltres. Está disponible. ¿Qué más está disponible? Suicune también está disponible. Agarran el Snorlax
Oh man,
y el Vaporeon.
double defender composition. Vaporeon and Snorlax. But 2 defenders deserve another. We're gonna also have Mamoswine.
Y empezamos con el pick del Buzzwole. Tienen mucho CC. Pueden agarrar un pick entre el Buzzwole, entre el colmillo del Mamo y el jalar del pato. Tienen mucho CC. Tienen algo para hacer counter todo ese CC que tienen. Agarran el Mew. Y es posible que agarren Garcho. Y lo consiguen.
I do find it interesting that Sovereign has picked up Buswell now, considering they're the ones who banned it first. Might have been a misclick. We'll never know. So far, Engage, both teams are heavily engaged focused. Mew, on the other hand, is there to provide some opening fire. Right now, they don't have Sovereign does not have a healing support, so that damage is permanent. And ideally, that Vaporeon is going to go Aqua Ring, so they're going to be healing up some entry damage. So that is going to be a huge differential. How will Sovereign make up for that? They're just going to have to win. They're going to have to win fights decisively and hard whenever they do engage.
Y el último pick aquí va a ser Mega Lucario. Creo que con el Garchomp y con el Mega Lucario tienen en imparable para todo el stun que tienen entre el Boost Ball, entre el Mamut y el Pato. Y mientras el Mew hace el poke, les hace poke y todo el daño es permanente. A ver cómo le ganan. Porque Vaporeon tienen curas. Mientras el equipo de Sovereign no tienen curas. Pero también tienen poke de Miraidon. Literalmente es cuestión de quién gane la teamfight más rápido. Porque cuando se trata de desgaste, el equipo de Sharks gana el desgaste.
Right back at the loading screen, we pray for. Wait, hold on. Something is. I just noticed something. Why does that Psyduck have Fluffy Tail? What is he trying to rip at the speed of light? And second, Sonic doesn't rip at the speed of light. It's for his team. What is going on here? This is supposed to be a rip comp? If it is, then like this is interesting mon picks for that. And that Psyduck might have forgotten to switch his battle item. Might pay for that one. Sonic's typically run X speed or potion for survivability. Well, it is what it is. Let's get started once again. Towards the bottom, it is going to be Mamoswine heading down. There we go. With Miraidon. Darkrai is going to be the jungler this time around. His clear is a little bit slow, but he'll get there when he gets there. Up at the top, we're going to have Psyduck and Buzzwole with his wonderful arms. Lucario up here by itself because somebody's invading. It is Vaporeon. Vaporeon can farm faster than Darkrai. He's going to have it. Yep, there it is. Time to fail.
Saca el buff rojo, que es muy importante para el Darkrai. Y es posible que agarre nivel 4 muy rápido. Mientras están jugando por el 920, agarran casi todas. Se activó la pasiva del Pato. Aquí está el Garchomp. Y el Darkrai casi nivel 5.
Darkrai's going to head to get some extra EXP. Let's not forget about bottom side. Bottom side is going to be Snorlax and Mew. Mew's looking like it's heading its way up to help out at center, or maybe head towards the top for a big 4-man push. That seems to be the plan. Let's check it out. It is 850.
Está posible que agarre. Uy, está muy low. El pasivo del Pato salven a unos y matan a otros. Se muere el Pato.
Psyduck passive giving Sovereign an extra chance at life.
Mientras aquí abajo el Snorlax anda aguantando los dos. Y agarra nivel 5 el Mamoswine.
Checking out bottom to see if everything's okay before rotating back to the jungle. Charge beam right in, just missing out on that secure on farm. You and Snorlax have reached level 5.
10 segundos para el objetivo de Regidrago. A ver si cualquier persona quiere jugar para ese objetivo. Se parece que sí. Que el Garchomp, ahí está. También el Darkrai.
Here. Garchomp, the bite. On his way, chomping away at Regidrago. Unimpeded.
Y lo agarra el Mew.
There is a Direct Rush Dragon Claw combination. Sovereign is back. There's going to be a tackle attack eject couple into Ice Fang. KO on Snorlax. He has saved his jungler, though. Worthy sacrifice. That's part of his job description.
Mientras allá arriba, el Lucario anda solo contra 3. Ya regresa el Vaporeon para jugar para el 720 Bs.
Commentators pointed out. Here it is. Darkrai getting a chunk of that all by himself. Darkrai's going to be hard to pin down. He has a lot of invulnerability phrase.
El Lucario aquí puede hacer unas cosas. Puede tratar de sacar su ulti, puede flipear arriba. Mientras aquí abajo agarran anotaciones aquí abajo. Garchomp tiene ulti.
Right
Creo
up,
que va a
hey,
querer jugar por el
impact ult.
objetivo.
Oh, eyes on the prize. We're gonna rip and pull you towards us. All right, might be time to ult now. Oh, he got Darkrai ulted. No such thing will happen. Double KO for Darkrai.
Andan pegando el objetivo. Nada más tengan cuidado que no lo roben el Mew. Como tienen muy lento, va a ser muy difícil de que lo agarren a tiempo antes de que alguien lo robe. Y lo agarre el Darkrai.
Oh, Mamoswine is ulting in. Here it comes. And it's going to be a 30 bomb for Buzzwole. That pad is at 1. They can't get a big overcap. Looks like they're going to just fight it out here. Archon was ulting and he scooped up the Buzzwole, but couldn't quite get the cleanup. Buzzwole going Leech Life, getting another chance, getting an attack at Mew, ulting in, double KO for Buzzwole.
Mientras arriba estaba agarrando anotaciones el Mega Lucario. Agarró el Regieleki, luego vaqueó. Ahorita estamos viendo el invade del Darkrai, agarró el buff azul. Y mientras todos andan farmeando. Necesitan sus niveles y sus ultis.
We'll say for this Darkrai pick has been making more and more sense. If we remember, their last 2 picks in the draft for Sovereign was Darkrai and Miraidon. Miraidon is a counter pick for Darkrai. Due to Miraidon's passive, which states when the electric field is present, no one can fall asleep in that area. They've denied Sharks that counter pick.
Mientras aquí arriba, es posible que agarren un push, agarren un pick al Vaporeon, le sacaron el flash.
Warren is in fact holding it down. It is 4-man up top for Sovereign.
Agarramos el ulti del Garchomp, mataron al Mamoswine, tratan de agarrar anotaciones. Ulti de Mega Lucario. Agarra el pick al Garchomp. Flash del Mega Lucario. A ver si matan al Buzzwole. Ulti del Buzzwole. Y se muere. Sacamos el ulti del Mew también. Van a vaquearse a farmear.
Good stuff to Gara with the Mega Lucario cleanup.
Andan flipeando el Register, aunque sea un poco lento, pero no importa. Nadie está tratando de robar aquí y agarra el Register gratis.
Archon already doing work on Regieleki, chomping away. Flash, flash, flash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got it.
A ver qué pueden hacer aquí. Andan posicionándose en el medio. Es posible que hagan un push abajo.
Push at
Creo
bottom
que no.
happen at bottom indeed. But Slowbro is gonna push himself, forcing in that Regieleki to walk in the pad.
Ulti del Mamoswine y la Flash. Andan haciendo un push muy pesado aquí abajo. Casi se muere. Flash de Mega Lucario y le agarra el kill. Y se muere Mega Lucario a las manos del Darkrai. Ulti de del Buzzwole. Casi se muere el Snorlax. Se muere. Y se va.
How did Snorlax break all their ankles?
It's me. Ahorita andan farmeando todos para sus ultis, agarrar su nivel 13 el equipo de Sharks. Porque el Lucario necesita nivel 13, el Garchomp ya tiene nivel 13. Mientras el equipo de Sovereign, el Buzzwole es nivel 12. Y el Miraidon nivel 11. No creo que agarre nivel 13.
We had this Namo and his Miraidon holding down bottom lane all game. The dynamic duo here. And it's almost time for Groudon fight. Everyone is in position. Snorlax getting some vision, though. Holding down the center. Know where Miraidon is for sure.
Se muere el pato y se mete en el pit.
We got a rip here.
Es posible que hacen un flip sin el pato. Está a la mitad de la vida el Groudon. ¿Crees que lo terminen?
This was
Ulti del
bait.
Garcho. Se muere el Boswell. Se mueren 3 personas. Creo que pueden terminar el flip.
That's a
Y lo
wrap.
terminan con... La carrera para las anotaciones.
Sonic all by his lonesome. Can't defend that by himself. Hopefully Mamoswine is here. Mamoswine is already ulted. They have Groudon buff and they can't do much about it. Snorlax coming in the back, pushing him forward, but... Uh-oh, that's an ult on Bulso and a hyper combo finish.
Aún no es el fin del mundo. Se murieron 4 personas. Todos se murieron. Es un ace.
They got 3 buffs. That is an ace as well. Uh-oh. Time to score. Wait, this is clapback. They have enough points, though. Yes, they should. There's the 50 bomb. Look at that. Sovereign just might take game number 4 here. Sorry, 3.
2, brother.
Game 2. Maybe Sovereign has...
They played 2, forfeit 1, so we're on 3.
Yeah, 3. Game 2. We're on 3. Thank you, Michael. Oh, that should do it.
You're welcome.
Sovereign making a comeback here. Sharks overextended when they have the buff. Snorlax making a major play. Pushing away everybody, but it wasn't enough.
Sí, creo que sí. Porque agarraron, mataron a todos. Agarraron el Groudon. Anotaron. Pero el problema fue que se sobreextendieron y se murieron al todo el POC entre el Darkrai y el Miraidon. Y luego se murieron todos. Y ahí hacían un counter push. Y ahí agarraron todas las anotaciones y pudieron ganar. Wow.
Yep. Wow, indeed. Final score is going to be 502 to 355. Sovereign's favor. They are leading the set count 2-1. Check out this report cards from everybody. MVP is going to fall to the defender, Mamoswine, holding it down. 89 overall rating, 3 KOs, 11 assists. Pretty much being matched by its lane partner at the bottom in Miraidon, also holding it down. A lot of range, a lot of engage, a lot of damage there. Checking out this battle data. Yep, it shows 72,000 damage dealt.
Aquí era de cuestiones de que ganaron muy bueno el early, el equipo de Sharks, pero el problema fue que en la pelea del Groudon, nomás era un error y que se murió una persona y luego todos los demás siguieron. Era cuestión de nomás tener cuidado.
Agreed. Sharks had a very strong early game, and they got a great bait over at Groudon fight, but it just fell apart right after that. A little mistake there can be a big mistake later. Let's see how Sharks are just going into game number 4.
They already made their choice.
Yeah. All right. Give us a minute. We'll be right back. See? Yeah. You just need some reps. Sovereign gets first pick, and it's Caillou. All right. All right, we're back. Heading on to game 4. Scarlet's leading the set 2-1. And only 2 games are played technically. You guys know the reason why. Once again, ban list, same as always. Charizard Y, king of the Banished Stone, falling with his first mate and Surfetched.
Mientras aquí vamos a agarrar el ban del posiblemente Psyduck. Sí, agarramos el ban del Psyduck. El Machamp también se va. A ver qué va a ser el último ban de ellos.
There is
El Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Es un...
Shark's gonna ban Darkrai. Or they keep the
Y el
Darkrai
último.
and just pick Miraidon themselves. Oh, there's that.
Bañaron Zapdos. A ver qué van a agarrar de first pick aquí. Está el Blastoise. Está que... el Articuno.
First appearance in this league for this week. Articuno's finally here. Let's see what it got. It is a bulky defender. In terms of health and defense, it is the best in the business. And we're also going to need the very best, the other blue boy in Blastoise to match it.
Agarra... Oh, en vez de Blissey es el Suicune.
I know this one. Azul. 3 of them.
Agarraron el Suicune y el Blastoise. El Suicune que hizo mucho trabajo en la primera partida, ya regresó con venganza. Y agarran el Blissey y el Buzzwole.
Hey, look, there's another blue mod. There's Inteleon. Is Garchomp blue or purple? I'm not sure.
Purple.
Yeah, I would say purple. You know who else is blue? Lucario, baby. Lucario.
Agarraron un Inteleon. A ver si es posible que agarren otro azul. El Lucario regular, no el Mega, el regular.
Yes. Normal Lucario. So far, Orange Team, Sharks, they just want to engage. Suicune and Blastoise are there for that. They're going to control a lot of mid-range space. Inteleon might go Snipe Shot for the Miraidon here. And we're going to have Lucario playing off angles. Over on the left side, we're going to have Sovereign. They have engaged themselves. They have Articuno. Articuno can be outranged. That is his weakness. But once it's there in range, it's going to be freezing you a lot with the Blizzard and Ice Beam combos.
Mientras aquí agarramos el pick de Greninja y el Miraidon. Estamos esperando para el último pick. Es posible que agarramos el Aegislash aquí y rompe el ciclo vicioso de los azules. Sí, agarraron Aegislash, que no es azul, es dorado.
Oh yeah, I definitely like these picks. All those mons can definitely play around the Blizzard from Articuno. And as well as the Buzzwole. But that tells me that Bliss is going to have to run Safeguard this game. Kind of make up the difference. Other than that, they do have 2 ranged attackers here to make up for the lack of range. Charge Beam is a must for that Inteleon, and Greninja's going to use its ult to dive bomb it.
Aquí, lo que yo veo es que juegan por el Inteleon. Inteleon hace todo el trabajo aquí, mientras el Lucario y el Aegislash le protege. También el Blastoise. Es literalmente jugar como de proteger el presidente, y el presidente es Inteleon. Mientras el equipo de Sovereign, el presidente aquí es Greninja con el Blissey encima. Va a ver cómo es posible a tratar de agarrar el Inteleon entre el Greninja y el Buzzwole. Porque si no pueden agarrar el Inteleon, no creo que van a poder ganarle el Poke, especialmente si el Blissey es velo.
Indeed. Sharks is going to have to definitely do the protect the president composition with the Inteleon. Warren, the ninja is ever watching. Alright, you already know what the deal is. Articuno, defender, and his attacker heading down to the bottom. Ninja will be the jungler here. Hopefully it's going to get its farm cleared as fast as possible in a jiffy. Meanwhile, Buzzwole and Chase are going to head to the top. They're going to be going off against Lucario and Suicune. That's going to be a tough lane to beat. over in the jungle, we're gonna have Aegislash. Towards the bottom, we're gonna have Squirtle and Intel. That's double.
Todos están agarrando tratar de agarrar sus niveles lo más pronto posible preparar para el ganqueo. Ahorita están jugando por el lado de ellos y agarra Lucario. Lucario va a agarrar nivel 4 antes del Buzzwole.
Lucario using that quick attack for secure to great effect. Edge up top, so is Aegislash. They're gonna get a pick on Buzzwole, who's level 3. He is a non-factor at the moment. This should be easy pickings for secure at 850.
Sí, eso era muy malo, de que ya no tiene focus el Buzzwole. Se muere y luego agarran todos los beats. Mientras aquí, el Aegislash puede estar en peligro. Agarra el kill, es posible. No, se murió. Mientras, pero también se murió el Greninja.
I would like to have seen the Sqaud come earlier to help out. The jungler got KO'd there, but he better late than never. He's going to get the 30 and the 20 for at tier 1.
La Blissey está abajo tratando de defender la base mientras llega el Articuno, pero ya es demasiado tarde. El Inteleon va a agarrar nivel 7 antes de que el Miraro agarre sus niveles. Va a aparecer Regidrago aquí ahorita y ahí está el Suicune. El Inteleon es nivel 7 y ya tiene su otro movimiento para hacer daño. Y es liquidación.
This is interesting. This Intel is liquidation.
Está low el Regidrago. A ver quién lo agarra. Y el Aegislash.
Yep, getting secured by Aegislash. His Wrath of Terror is just beginning. We're gonna get this. We're gonna crack some eggs open, getting this Blissey to go down. Time for sweaty 720.
Hay un push de 4 abajo. Tiene mucha presión aquí. Es muy difícil que el Miraro agarre farmeo. Está tomando mucho daño el Aegislash y se muere.
Pick up by Miraidon against the Aegislash.
Están haciendo un counter push aquí abajo. Están agarrando un daño gratis con el Poké de Miraidon. Oh, mira el Articuno. Casi se muere.
Almost. Right. Finish is gonna get started right over here on this Regieleki. Sovereign is a bit behind on levels. Highest is 7.
Van a terminar el objetivo.
So here goes the Aegislash.
Que lo agarra Aegislash. Es posible que agarren un push aquí abajo. Está muy low el Blissey y el Miraidon. Está muy bajo de vida. ¿Puede ser posible que haga un push? Creo que no. Creo que van a farmear y a pelear por el objetivo de arriba. Están rotando. El Mega Lucario casi tiene su ulti. Tienes el ulti de Aegislash. Es posible que puedan flipear de arriba. Con la ulti de Aegislash pueden tener el secure. Ahí está el Mega Lucario pegándole. ¿Quiere baitear? Es una pelea muy lenta aquí ahorita. Apareció 550 los beats.
Waiting in the bush. Fancy to back off.
Y se muere el Buzzwole. Su primer víctima. Van a ir por el Regice. Y andan vaqueando el equipo del Sovereign. No creo que puedan jugar por ese objetivo. Lo mejor que pueden hacer. No creo que la Blissey va a poder robar.
Sovereign giving up the Regice for this one. They're going to continue their 4-man push up top. It's just Buzzwole here. He's going to have to just let this one go. Going to do math here. 40 and 40. 35 over cap. Blastoise holding it down at the bottom lane all by itself. They don't pay this Mon enough. Back up has arrived. Suicune is here. Speaking at level 8. Trying to take in a level 9 to get an ult in. They have no points to score with. Miraidon didn't score in time. Looks like they don't want to give up form just yet.
¿Sacamos la ulti de la Blissey?
Not Done yet. That's
Están
massive
haciendo un
charge beam
counter push.
damage. Mario was here.
Creo que se va a morir el Articuno aquí.
Huge surf. Almost
Ulti,
taking
lightning
out
flash.
Articuno. Inteleon ulted. Buswell's ulted. Let me borrow your body. Greninja going in.
Ulti, el Greninja.
Finding that. Oh, he almost got it with the water shuriken. Gonna have to back off.
Ahorita andan agarrando todo el farmeo del equipo de Sovereign. Agarran todos los Bs.
Yep, they're trying to regret
Pero
that
aún no
charge
termina
beam.
el push.
He's in, but can't quite score yet. Another Whirlpool Ice Beam combo. Another Surf Blastoise is gonna get that in. Game time.
30 overcap. Ulti, el Blastoise.
Yep. Another ult. Another pushback. Articuno is done. I believe that Articuno just kicked till its level 9 and then it ulted, but it was too little too late. Stop the Blastoise score.
El Blastoise está agarrando puntos.
The key interaction for you folks is if an Articuno ults the pad, Regieleki can still walk in, but no one can still score on it. You have to be careful. You have to break the ice.
Están haciendo un push aquí abajo, 4 abajo, contra un Blastoise solo. Agarran la anotación a Blissey, 3 puntos. Mira mi Rairo, el Intel.
But they won't get it. Buswell goes down.
Y se muere el Blastoise.
Uh-oh. Down goes Greninja. That's huge. That is 82.
El Lucario es nivel.
Finally, Articuno breaking the stalemate. Gonna ult here to live, but he's gonna be KO'd shortly afterwards. Yep, Articuno has no mobility option. It has to commit to whatever space it goes to.
Anda vaqueándose.
Base back here from Sharks. Almost time. Kyogre fight. First time this set.
Ahorita están ganando el equipo de Sharks por 200 puntos. El equipo de Sovereign necesita hacer algo, aunque sea un flip o tratar de pelearles. Pero va a ser muy difícil porque el equipo de Sharks está quitando todo el posicionamiento. Es muy difícil que ellos se meten.
Been doing a wonderful job of area denial here, forcing Sovereign to constantly move up. Uh-oh.
El Blastoise está...
An engage. Rhydon is dealt with. Rhydon's ulting, but there goes its ult. Gonna get slightly refunded, though. Who's gonna get this secure? It's gonna be Intel. Sharks with almost a team wipe here. Ninja's the last one. Intel's trying to get into range. Actually looking for that. Greninja actually gets away, but it does not matter. Mario, it's time to leave. Never mind. See you in the spawn room.
Y le agarra el buff la Blissey.
Oh, at least only one of them overextended. Score is 105 to 547. Sharks has learned from their game number 3 excursion. They're just gonna back up. Suicune heading to the top to defend it.
Ahorita el único que tiene el buff es la Blissey. Tratan de que ayudan a anotar la Blissey y agarran los 98 puntos. Aún necesitan anotar más de 400 puntos. Unos 350 puntos. Pero faltan 30 segundos para anotar.
Yeah, this is game over. They don't have the points for this.
Oh, they got 30 seconds. Yeah, they don't. They should have moved way before.
And they should have forced the fight earlier. Lastos can actually let that one go. Trying to do it the best he can, but an attacker can't really do much in the face of a Kyogre buff. Oh, all right. Sharks taking game number 4. We're here. We're about to reach a game 5 for the tiebreaker. Final score is 209 to 547. support cards. Knox is the MVP, 170 points scored, 6 KOs, and 8 assists, 87 overall rating. Good stuff. But once again, the MVP in my heart is the Suicune, constantly creating space for his team, constantly forcing repositioning over at Sovereign. What do you think?
It's really good
Yep.
peeling.
Honestly, do think like as I said in the beginning of the game that the president was going to be Inteleon. The number showed it.
Numbers. It is reflected. Bit low damage numbers for everybody. Well, this is what damage numbers are supposed to actually look like in competitive games. Ranked has warped
Yeah.
everyone's brains. This is what damage numbers are supposed to look like.
Yeah, but that Suicune was putting in work. Look at the damage.
Yep, keeping up. Almost had
Do
to
you
take
think
it
they'll
most of
ban
the lobby.
Suicune next game?
I would. Get off the board. Weekend can be outranged, but you're gonna need some. You need like a sniper for that. Radon has good
I mean,
range,
they
but
had,
he's not a sniper class. Something like a Decidueye would do the trick.
or like an Inteleon, like an Inteleon or Mew.
Find out. Don't go away. We'll be right back, heading into the final game of this set.
Start it. Crunk, go. They want to go on game 5. Don't let them lose their momentum.
Well, we are back. My co-commentators are ready to go.
Yeah,
We've
yo.
learned so much about each other, including our Dinasties. It's been a great experience. But we're back here with these ban phases. I won't say
El
who.
primer ban aquí es el Buzzwole.
Buzzwole ban once again. I don't know why. I was suing that as a mistake.
I mean, bro, I'd be scared of Buzzwole.
I mean, he's scary up close. They're gonna ban Articuno here. Interesting. They're just gonna get it off the board. They found it annoying enough to ban. Once again, the apostle of the ban list, Charizard Y, is out of here.
También banearon el Machamp. Va a ser el... Oh my god. El Blastoise y el Sirfetch'd. Está aún disponible el Suicune. También está disponible que el Psyduck también. ¿Agarran el Psyduck o el Suicune?
I take the Suicune.
Otra cosa.
I absolutely take the Suicune. Latios is going to be the pick. They're going to mix things up. All right, we're going to have some yellow burrows, some yellow birds, Psyduck, and Zapdos. Is it just me? Is there always a legendary bird on the field? Constantly. Always one of them.
Yeah.
Either
El
on the field
Umbreon.
or they're banned.
El Umbreon y el Suicune. El Sobre robó el Suicune del lado del Sharks. A ver si lo pueden hacer impacto aquí.
Both teams
Mientras agarramos el
right.
Vamos.
All the nasty picks are coming out. The Umbreons, the Mimikyus, the Psyducks, the Squirtles. Well, Squirtle's banned, but the Zapdos, Mega Lucario,
Y agarran el Mega Lucario.
no games.
A ver con los últimos 2 picks. El Trevenant y el Cerulege. Una compu efectivamente triple tanque.
All right. We're going to have Trevenant, my personal favorite defender, and a Cerulege. Last pick going to go to Sharks. They're going to hone in on a Speedster. It looks like it's going to be Scyther based on the full heal. Scissor doesn't need full heal. All right. Looking at these comps. Sovereign really wants to control the mid-range, set up the engage for the Cerulege, and start getting stacks for the Latios. They're going to control that mid-range just for that. Over on Shark's side, they just want to engage from off angles. There's the Lucario, there is the Scyther, and they also going to control the mid-range themselves with Zapdos, Psyduck, and Mamoswine. Both teams are pretty even at that regard, but I will say they have more of an off-angle presence due to the Speedster on Sharks.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of like getting the early game steamroll with the Scyther. If he can't steamroll the early game, I think Cerulege has the upper hand. Same thing with Latios. Both of them get the upper hand.
That is true. Game's loading up. We pray for no crashes.
Like they're like on the side of Sharks, their objective here is to get the early game steamroll with the Scyther and get Mega Lucario set up to carry the late game. Well, on the Sovereign side is literally protect the Latios because they have essentially a triple tanky comp with the Cerulege and Latios doing all the work.
Protect the Latino.
Hablando de Latino, aquí arriba vamos a ver el Trevenant top lane con el Umbreon. Y luego el lado contrario va a ser el Lucario y el Pato. Mientras abajo está el Latios y el Suicune contra Zapdos y Mamos.
Alright, Zapdos is an insane laner. This charge is nobody's fault. Gonna get a ton of secures and damage. This is gonna be an easy bottom. Over at the top, we're gonna have Mario holding it down with Psyduck. That is a much stronger top lane and bottom lane. This is gonna be a tough game for Sovereign. Early game is absolutely gonna be in Shark's favor.
El Scyther aquí encontró el Cellulage. A ver si lo mata.
Scyther's in danger.
El Cellulage
But Mammal's here to back it up. Uh-oh. That is gonna be a 4-on-2 up top. Time for 850. All right, a little bit behind.
Le hacen un engage, le sacan el focus, la pasiva del pato.
Double defenders are gonna hold out strong though. Got the health and defense for it.
Y agarran muchas anotaciones aquí arriba. El Umbreon nomás puede ser tirar mal de ojos. Ni modo. Mientras abajo, el Zapdos ya agarra nivel 5.
I do agree with leaving Zapdos at the bottom. He's very self-sufficient. He has the damage to just compete with farm all by himself.
Se van de la jungla, agarra el buff y se van. Va a aparecer Regidrago, creo que el Scyther ya lo va a hacer con el pato. Lo agarra, está en nivel de vida, creo que nadie lo va a querer robar. Y lo agarra el Scyther. Anda subiendo el pato. Va a ser un gaqueo de arriba de 3 personas contra un pato y un lugario. Mientras abajo, el Latios está agarrando stacks.
Just getting those stacks in. Lotus light scaling on. These fights are going to sing a very different tune come the mid to late game. Depending on how well this Lotus does now. I would be more aggressive. He has to be greedy for those stacks. I wouldn't even try to secure. I would just try to hit them. Get more value out of it.
Ahorita está asegurando todos los Bs el Latios ahorita. Ya agarró su nivel 7. El Scyther es nivel 8. Hay 3 abajo, creo que va a ser el objetivo de abajo. Abajo es un Registry. Y lo agarra Scyther sin que nadie lo robe.
But it looks like they're going to rip that. Suicune can't steal it in time. Mano was playing possum in the bush to provide some vision and a distraction. And it's now time to move in. There's that Ix Fang, and down goes Suicune. Next on that chopping block is Latios. He has no mobility options for this Scyther. That is a matchup diff. Meanwhile, at the top, Psyduck trying to hold it down, trying to do the best he can. With Lucario. Lucario needs level 9 ASAP. There's the Psychic, but there's the mean look. Lucario getting in, securing the kill before Psyduck can ult?
Tiene ulti Lucario.
Uh-oh, and they broke top
Y
pad.
va al tier 2.
Guys, stop hitting the
Va
Trevenant.
al
All
tier
right,
2.
that Trevenant is pain split. If the Lucario didn't leave in time, Lucario would have died too. Gotta be careful with pain split. Hopefully, Chrissy, you're watching.
Agarra el pick a los 2. Tiene ulti el mamut. Pueden ser posible que agarre un push aquí. Aún tiene ulti el célula.
Yep, he's gonna have to. Oh, Mammo's in danger. Mammo just ult, big guy. Just ult. No, Mammo doesn't need it. They're not strong enough. 10 and 36. Take the 10.
Le falta uno para romper.
That's a triple KO for Scyther. And let Big Mammo score. He earned it. Whoa,
35 de overclock.
I'll try to get some extra scores in. Emphasis on trying. Won't be able to get the red buff, but he's going to have to walk away from that. Oh.
15 segundos para los
No follow-up. Scyther's already used this move.
Ya son 5 segundos y el Scyther es nivel 12. El nivel más alto de toda la mapa. Mientras el lado contrario es...
Ammo is ulting.
Es el último.
Ulting to live, that is interesting. It is at basically full health.
La pelea para el Reggie Ace, aquí está. Casi se
Nice
muere de
bang, but
Sqaud.
Mammo's gonna get KO'd there. That is a secure from Aladio's ult.
Ulti del
Massive
Umbrio y no lo
telekinesis.
puedo asegurar.
Scyther going in, gonna get me looked and pain split. That should be a done Scyther.
Ulti de saltos
Aptos
para
ulting
defender
the
el top.
pad, saying, "You shall not pass."
Y agarra el kill al Trevenant. A ver si agarran más kills. Casi se muere el Sqaud. Y se muere.
Audio starting again at stacks. Mario also doing a good job of scoring up top and making sure Rachel Lecky walks in.
El Cerulege ya es nivel 12, el Lacteous nivel 11. Son muy buenos niveles para esos dos carries. Mientras el equipo de Sharks, el Sector es nivel 13, mientras todos los demás, el nivel 11 al Lucario y el Zapdos nivel 2. Los niveles no son tan malos, considerando todo.
Psychic from At 5 meters from Latios? Does he have at least 75 Eon stacks? Do my ice keep me? It's 6. He has 100. All right, he's prepared.
Son 3 minutos en la mapa. El Lucario anda nivel 11. Necesita su nivel 13 ahorita. Es muy difícil que él agarre el farmeo. Porque si trata de agarrar el farmeo, es posible que se muera. Necesita que le rompa la base de la vida, creo. No creo que llegue a nivel 13.
That is an eject into a mean look. That is very interesting. There's no attackers around, so I don't know the point of this play. We won't have an eject for the beginning of the Groudon fight. Interesting. Arthur's like, hey, we got time for this.
Buenas peleas. Agarra un Regice de gratuito. Mientras arriba andan, trataron de anotar el Trevor y lo paran la anotación. Vemos.
Gradual healing.
Creo que lo llegan a hacer a tiempo. Creo que sí. El equipo de Sharks no le importa ese.
Oh, they were waiting for the engage. Suicune had to ult to live, but down goes Lucario. Wait, he's gonna live. Lifesteal with the close combat.
Ulti de Mamut.
Scyther just looking for that Latios. There he is. He revealed himself. He full heals out of the mean look too. Ice Fang. Zapdos ulting in. Scyther getting the pickup. Scyther versus Cerulege. Cerulege still has an ult. They're gonna have to deal with it before they. Gonna have to deal with Cerulege to prevent the steal. Cerulege gonna have to use the Phantom Force to live. He got Psychic, and that's a KO.
Se murió el Cerulege con ulti. Creo que eso es un ace. Aún tiene multi Latios.
Should be it. They just have to zone out this Latios. Sodic's already on it. That's a secure from Mario. Okay. All right, everyone's gonna make a 5-man push at bottom. They're gonna take out the Umbreon. Audio's trying to get some meters in, but it whiffed. Down goes 2 more. There's an ult. That's not gonna do anything. And KO. Another ace. Framps, TTV Framps the Scyther, doing it Godzilla big in this league. Getting a penta himself.
No, hombre. Se murió el Cerulege con ulti en esa pelea. Eso se llama muy mal. Eso era una pelea súper desafortunada. Y eso que no tenían curas. Pero no importa.
Well, that's gotta do it. Sharks takes the set. Despite showing up late and giving away a free game, they won the set 3-2. Good stuff. And much like the first game, the final score is too little to too much. 72 to 905. Final stats. Oh yeah, Siren didn't put up enough numbers to even compete. France, the MVP, 16 KOs. You heard that correctly. 1-6, 16 KOs, 5 assists, 84 overall rating. But hey, big numbers deserve big assists. We got 14 assists from Mamoswine, 17 from just Psyduck himself, and 11 from Zapdos. Again, the battle data, 89,000 damage for Scyther. Followed by a 73 from Zapdos. Strong numbers all around.
Yeah, I think here the the double tank and then Suicune, I don't think they had enough damage to like try to threaten something. Cause like the only damage that they had on Sovereign was like the Ceruledge and the Latios. And if those two were down or if they're behind, it's really hard for them to do anything.
Agreed. Yes, on
Cause
their
like
own, Umbreon, Trevenant, and Suicune, they're good mons. They control a lot of space, but they themselves aren't true pressure. They're the threat of pressure. If there's no damage to follow up all the stunts that they're doing, then this team doesn't make sense. Latios isn't
and
enough until the late game when it gets all of its stacks. And until then, they have only Ceruledge to rely on. But they had that on lock because Sharks also controlled the mid range with Psyduck and Mamoswine and Zapdos. So balanced out.
and not just that, Sharks had way more burst. Like all of them had enough burst to like just one shot. Like all of the CC from Psyduck and Mamo, they can follow up with insane burst from either of the carries because they had the ability to just one shot through all of that CC.
Absolutely. Mamoswine and Psyduck, they're stuns. Zapdos is stuns with damage. And then you have burst damage and Mega Lucario and Scyther.
Yeah, they were gonna get bursted regardless.
All right. Looks like we're going to have some people in for an interview. We have one right now. We have
Hola,
Francesco. Congratulations.
Hola,
hola, hola. Gracias,
felicidades.
gracias por las felicidades.
Quería preguntarte, ¿cómo se siente ganar la primera, ¿cómo se llama? Partida de la liga?
Pues
Sabiendo que
realmente,
empezaste con una partida perdida.
pues realmente yo confío en mi equipo, confío en mis jugadores. Es algo que estábamos esperando, la verdad.
Tengo una pregunta para
No,
ustedes. ¿Cómo se siente sabiendo que no me acuerdo de la partida, pero era el Suicune que hizo los más kills y el daño también? ¿Cómo se siente sabiendo que tienes un Suicune extremadamente poderoso,
pues muy bien, o sea, confío en cada uno de mis compañeros, jugadores. Realmente es lo que hemos estado entrenando. Se ha hecho, pues aquí se vio el esfuerzo, ¿no? De cada uno
Sí,
de nosotros.
hasta te robaron el Suicune, fíjate.
Ujú.
Pero también,
Es-
ah, el, también la otra pregunta es, cuando estabas pensando de los bans, que era para qué motivo. Por ejemplo, no se vio ni el matchup, ah, no se vio creo que el Steelfetch, pero aún así, creo que la pregunta era si tuvieran la oportunidad de jugarlo, con qué tipo de composición ibas a hacerlo con eso, sabiendo que nunca tuvo la oportunidad de jugarlo.
Si yo tuviera matchup y Sirfetch,
Sí,
o si jugara contra ellos. Pues mira, si tuviera matchup y Sirfetch, tenemos una composición con una confi, y es algo que
sí,
hemos jugado en algunos torneos, entonces realmente nos ha funcionado. Y
de
pues
confi
si
de beso o de
hubiéramos
cura.
jugado peso y hubiéramos
Uy,
baneado la Blissey, que no nos pudieran hacer counter y Umbreon. Pero estos bans, que la mayoría de los picks fuimos second pick, pues empezamos baneando lo que es meta.
sí,
Entre ellos, pues el matchup, Safetch y algunos Charille, y Megas.
Tengo otra pregunta. Ya, ¿cómo se siente pelear contra Articuno sabiendo que ya esta es la primera semana donde está disponible el Articuno? ¿Se sintió
Es,
castrosa? ¿Se sintió como normal? ¿O cómo se siente?
pues realmente algunos jugadores que tengo en el equipo, pues como que dijeron, ay, Articuno, ¿no? Qué miedo, ya nos lo ganaron, no, lo dejamos y no lo piqueamos. Pero pues yo creo que hay que guardar la calma, hay que hacer una composición contra él. Pues, obviamente el conocimiento le da muchas información y pues al final de cuentas es poder y así es como se gana jugando a las bases del juego.
Mi última pregunta es, la composición del enemigo contrario, ¿había un pick que en tu cabeza te dio demasiados problemas?
No, realmente no. He jugado contra pues todos los picks. Supongo que sé lidiar con ellos y si no llegara a saber, lo descubriría en el lapso de la partida. Entonces,
Mm,
pues no, todo muy cool.
ok, vale. Think that's all the questions I have for them. Do you have any other questions, GX, too? So I can translate? Gimme?
Me? No, I said good job, guys. It was really nice. Welcome to the Lotus.
Yes.
It's really nice watching you guys. I'm excited for the competition.
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything I
Thank
wanted to
you.
ask. But yeah.
Pues te felicito sabiendo que nomás empezamos con una partida de perdida, pero aún así podemos ganar toda. Eso sí da miedo, la verdad.
No, no, muchas gracias. Yo pienso que es más la mentalidad que uno tiene sobre sí mismo y sobre cada uno de nuestros jugadores. Obviamente se cometen errores, pero pues es algo que estamos trabajando sobre la marcha. Espero pues, las próximas partidas dejarlos más abajo a cada, como que no tengan la oportunidad de ganarnos ninguna. Esa es como meta que tenemos al menos como equipo.
Sí. Y creo que mi última pregunta creo que es, ¿cuál es tu mensaje para los competidores de esta liga? Sabiendo que lo que acaban de ver.
Pues yo creo que Unite puede ser una comunidad todavía más grande, pero pues hay que empezar a leer mucho sobre las bases del juego, cómo funciona el juego. Y pues nada más, que le echen muchas ganas. Espero competir contra cada uno de ustedes, que tengamos unas peleas muy reñidas para que los dos
¿Crees,
crezcamos.
crees que tienes la chance de ganar todo esto?
Sí, realmente creo en mí
Uy.
y en mis compañeros.
Tienes piensas, ah, la otra pregunta es, la lista de equipos que están compitiendo en esta liga Lotus, ¿hay un equipo en particular donde dices tú, necesito prepararme contra este equipo en particular porque puede ser posible que ellos me ganen o que nos va a dar dificultades?
Hay dos equipos que los considero fuertes, a los otros no los he checado realmente, pero pues son equipos con los que ya he jugado, contra los que ya he jugado. Les he ganado algunos match, otros no, pero ya se ha analizado. Nada más falta poner las cartas sobre la mesa y ver cómo compartirles a mi equipo cómo es que juegan ellos.
Vale. I think now I'm actually running out of questions.
That's fine, man. You know the voices. It's good. Well, congratulations once again to Shark. Hopefully they show up right on time next time so we get more games out of them.
And we see you guys next week in Fear Week.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Fear Week is very much like the All Star Draft, except the bans will be added into that mom pool of mons that won't be showing up later into the set. So, for example, if Charwai is banned at any point, he won't show up as a pick or he won't show up as a ban available. Luckily, since we have the All Star Draft, draft, we could just go and ban him outright, and we don't have to do the honor system.
Bro, so much easier. Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you. Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. This was just one game in this week. Looking forward to more. As everyone knows, this match will be posted on the respective places under GX2_Unite. This match specifically will be published right after it's done, and then the particular VOD will be posted up shortly thereafter. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful night, and shout outs to our new caster here, U-Haul.
Yo,
He's learning everything he needs to learn. And we're going to guide him through the process.
Yep. I'm gonna be the best caster to ever do it. Period.
All right.
Period.
Any closing thoughts, guys?
I mean, no, honestly, I'm actually pretty excited for this season because like the breaking down the language barrier is definitely going to help like get like really make this league come to life. Not gonna lie.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we got. You guys have a good night. Peace out.